What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Burning Ground. I am Blaine, like always, and today we're going to be going into another episode of my wrestling thoughts. I started this last week, kind of enjoyed it. It gives me an opportunity just to get on here and discuss and just talk, instead of trying to do some kind of crazy countdown or predictions videos or anything like that. This just gives me an opportunity to talk to you guys about what's going on in my head. Uh, Generally, how it's going to work is I'm going to pick one thing from Raw and one thing from SmackDown from the previous week and just kind of talk about it. Um, Last week, we talked about the United States Championship tournament on SmackDown. We also kind of talked about the where Kurt Angle announced the rules of the Women's Royal Rumble match. So if you want to check that out, here's a link. I think it's going to be right here, maybe here. Yeah, right here. You can check that out. That's the first episode in this series. But this week we're going to talk about some things that I'm not too happy about going on with Raw and SmackDown. Let's start with Raw first because it comes on first during the week. Why not? Um, what I want to talk about is the match at Royal Rumble with Brock Lesnar, Kane, and Braun Strowman. Now, on paper, that sounds awesome, but let's be honest. It's 2018, guys. Why is Kane still relevant? Don't get me wrong. I love Kane. Kane's been one of my favorite wrestlers since he debuted back, I'm not talking about old, Isaac Yankem. I'm talking about Kane. Kane himself. When he debuted, when he came in and ripped the door off that cage to get the Undertaker, amazing. And he's been one of those few characters that can actually maintain a gimmick. Nowadays you have wrestlers with just their names. That's it. They're either bad, they're good, and they use their name. Kane is different. He's a character, kind of like the Undertaker. They're characters. They can maintain that for a long time. But is he really? Do you really think he needs another WWE Championship, Universal, whatever title run? I mean, where's he been? Where was he through most of 2017? He wasn't even there, and then he comes back, attacks Braun Strowman, they get into it, and now all of a sudden he's going for the title. I think there's more people who are currently in WWE on Raw who deserve that shot over Kane. I mean, originally it was supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor. What happened there? Apparently Vince didn't think that Finn Balor is over enough with the crowd, so he threw that out the door. But I mean, Kane has now become pretty much a part-timer. We know Glenn Jacobs is running for office in Tennessee, somewhere in Tennessee. I don't know where, but he's running to be the mayor or governor or something. So let him do that. I understand wanting to give somebody one last shot as they go out the door, but I think now there's so much young talent, young people trying to come up. They need to start letting these older guys step to the side. Like, the biggest issue I have with this match is that I feel like it's taking away from Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman has been built and built and built and built over the past year to be this monster, but he's never really, I don't want to say never, but he needs that big main event shot by himself to shine. He's had the opportunities at smaller pay-per-views, but this is the Royal Rumble. This is one of the big four. Give that to only Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar would be plenty for Royal Rumble. I don't think Kane is needed. I think it's just I feel like the WWE is struggling to find a way to get over with the crowd, and they think that in order to do this, they need to just bring in all their big guns from before. Like, I've heard rumors that Undertaker's coming back at WrestleMania again. I don't think that's needed. He did his thing. He dropped his stuff in the ring at the last WrestleMania and he was gone. That was a good way to end his career, his run, his story. I feel like they're just pushing and pushing. They don't need to. They've got all these younger guys who are fighting. They want that spot, but WWE doesn't want to push their older talent out of the way to give these guys a shot. And I think that's a travesty. Like I said, I honestly believe it could just be Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. Honestly, I think Braun Strowman needs to win the title at Royal Rumble. Imagine that. Starting on our way to WrestleMania, Braun Strowman comes in with the title, carries it to WrestleMania and possibly farther. I mean, just imagine what they could do with that. But unfortunately, I have a feeling Brock Lesnar's probably going to keep it. And I feel like Kane is just going to be in there to fill a space, which is really just bad booking, I think. But yeah, what you gonna do? Nothing. So, but that's it for Raw. That's my thoughts on Raw. I feel like they need to open some doors for other people and stop bringing in the older talent. What you gonna do? But let's move over to SmackDown. Also, not a great thing going on. I think I feel like the way SmackDown ended. Because I know on the last episode I said, oh, AJ doesn't have anybody to wrestle yet for his title at Royal Rumble, blah 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 blah. Well, they fixed that this week on SmackDown. Uh, I think it would be great. In all honesty, the match they set up would be great. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's a cool concept because yeah, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are on the same team, but who gets the title? You know, we've had this kind of thing before, and I think that's great storytelling. I think because you could set up Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn kind of going at each other, because now we have a title on the line. Yeah, they're on the same team, but what if Sami Zayn pins AJ? Does he become the champion or does Kevin Owens? I think that's neat. I think that's a cool idea and it'd be a great match if they left it at that. But unfortunately, what the same thing that's been going on for like 6 months now, you got Shane McMahon involved somehow. It was cool when it first started. Shane McMahon being involved, feuding with Kevin Owens. He had other stuff going on. That was cool. WrestleMania last year against AJ Styles, that was awesome. But I feel like it's time to let that horse ride into the sunset. We've had enough of seeing Shane McMahon involved in all these matches. It's time for him to step back. He needs to back up and go back into his role as what is it? He's the commissioner, right? Yeah, he's the runner of SmackDown, the leader of SmackDown. He needs to step back into that role and be a behind the scenes, just making matches again. Because he's thrust himself now into just about every main event that has happened over the past like 6 months. And personally, I'm kind of tired of seeing that. I'm tired of seeing him constantly involved. And the bad thing about it is him and Daniel Bryan are going to be involved in this match somehow. It's going to happen, whether they're just at ringside or something. And it's going to ruin what could be an awesome match. They did the same thing at Clash of Champions in the tag team match. Not Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon were out there in the middle of it and took all the attention away from the match. I mean, if they were setting something up, Shane McMahon versus Daniel Bryan, bringing Daniel Bryan back to wrestle, cool. But I don't feel like they're going anywhere with this story between these two. They just bicker, like AJ Styles said on SmackDown. They're just bickering like children. And personally, that's a little boring and it's a little insulting to watch because it makes me feel like, how can I put this lightly? It makes me feel like that the WWE does not feel that we as fans know how to comprehend a good story, so they have to throw in stuff like this. Just let it go. Daniel Bryan, more than likely, he's gone anyways. Once his contract runs up, he's more than likely leaving because he's got other places where he can actually wrestle, and that's what he wants to do. So just put him to the side. Put him and Shane McMahon. Push them back. Let the superstars and the wrestlers do their thing. Let them tell the stories. Stephanie McMahon, as much as I hate her, she does a great job of this. You don't see her getting involved. She has storylines. She comes out. She makes matches. She gets under people's skin. But you don't see her getting involved in very many matches. If it involves Triple H, okay, that's different, but you don't see her. She keeps it business, and that's what I like about her character. She keeps it business. Yes, I'm your boss. You're gonna do what I say, or I'm gonna make your life hell. Shane McMahon doesn't do that. His character is a hothead who just has to be involved in everything. I don't like that. I think they need to move on with this and give us something new. Give us something different. Get Shane out. Hashtag. Making a hashtag. Check it out for Twitter. Hashtag get Shane out. Move it on. So that's it. That's my thoughts on Raw and SmackDown from this week. I kind of like this format. I like doing this. It gives me a chance to really vent, and I like that. I like to be able to just talk and just discuss. And I could do this for hours, but I don't want to make a super long video because then nobody will watch it. But I could. That's just so passionate about this. I could just talk about this stuff all day, every day. But honorable mention is something that's not even WWE related. And I'm sure you hardcore fans know exactly what I'm talking about. Wrestle Kingdom 12. Don't get me wrong. I don't watch New Japan. Not because I don't want to, it's just because I'm not sure how. I don't know how to go about watching it, so I don't get to it. But I do keep up with things that happen, because these stories, they get thrown out into the internet, and I pick up on them and I read about them. So I know who Kenny Omega is. Obviously, I know who Chris Jericho is. You got Chris Jericho, who's probably one of the greatest of all time, going up against Kenny Omega, who is probably one of the best right now. And I wish I could have watched it because, from what I understand, it was an amazing match. The whole Wrestle Kingdom thing, the whole card was awesome. It had some ups and its downs, but for the most part, it was awesome. And that's what I regret about not being able to watch New Japan, because I love WWE, but New Japan knows how to put on a show. So, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, man, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to find it somewhere and I'm going to watch it. If you've watched it, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Let me know. Don't spoil it for me, though. I know who won, but don't spoil the cool parts of the match. Nobody likes a spoiler. So, with that being said, guys, I'm taking off. Be on the lookout for more videos. I'm going to get back into making my game videos. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. See, I don't know if you can see right here. There's my GameCube. So, it's ready. I'm going to get that Super Mario Sunshine going again. But be on the lookout, guys. I got more videos coming every day that I can do it. Every single day. So, until next time, guys, enjoy your life. Enjoy yourselves. Be good to each other. Love each other. And I'll see you later.